Okay, so we'll come over. You know, it's gonna have stuff in it. It's gonna fall about right there. A messenger bag. Now I can. So we want it to fall. Now I can underneath here put some pockets, which I probably will, because there's no reason on a messenger bag to waste any space. So we're going to put some pockets here. We're going to come back and make the pattern for that. And we're going to make our outside patterns. You know how to make those. Those are just adding 3/8. And then we'll start to kind of put this back together. Okay, and it should go together pretty simple. I mean, you really don't have to really do a lining in these really thick messenger bags like this. But you know, I'm a handbag maker, so I'll probably find a way to put some sort of lining in there and shore it up a bit. So that's what we're going to do, and this is going to be our little short little messenger bag. And now we have our front, and we have our gusset, and we have our bottom, and we have our, not our front, but our flap, our front and back. And don't forget to name these. This is my flap, master. I'm gonna cut one of these. I'm gonna cut one. And then I'm gonna cut one for the top, and then I'm gonna cut one for the lining too. Okay. Alright, and that's pretty much it. So when we come back, we'll start to put some pockets in here, a few embellishments, see where we're going to put some zippers at, and exactly what we're going to do to pimp our bag out, okay? Okay, so I'll be back in a moment. Gusset pocket, that's the one I want to make first. So let me arrange all this stuff out of my way. So I'm just going to cut a piece of pattern paper, and I just want to make sure that it's big enough. I'm going to do it this way, make sure I got room on. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Okay. And then as always, we straighten our one top edge. And we just score the pattern paper. And find the score, fold, then pin. And then you straighten one edge. Okay, and now you have a straight edge to work from and measure from. Now, basically, I'm going to go ahead and outline this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and trace this. Okay. Get a pen, pencil, and we'll leave it. I'll use this for here. Normally you use a pencil for this. You don't want to use a pen. Because you want to be able to erase. So anyway, that's pretty much what I got. Okay. And I know that my pocket is going to be shorter. And I kind of wanted it to be, let's get up here and get it right. Okay. Let's get up here and get it right. I don't know why I'm not using my glasses. That would help a lot. That's that fighting old age thing. Vanity in front of the camera, I guess. Anyway, okay, we get that lined up. And what I want to do is go ahead and mark where I indicated I wanted my pocket to end. I wanted to go right about there is where I wanted it to end up. Okay. Alright. Okay. So what I'm going to do, okay, get that. Line it up. And cut. Then I want to, now before I cut into that to make it the exact, I need to think about how much do I want this to open, and what am I going to use to is it going to be an elastic, which would be cool. So I have to also figure out how I want this to close and how much I want this to be open on a normal circumstance. So I'm figuring that if I add 1.5 inches to this, okay, so I'm figuring if I add 1.5 inches to this, that's going to give me about 2 or 3 inches of play in here, and that may be just, and then if I use an elastic, that will be enough to give me the effect I want. So what I'm going to do with that being said is I'm going to measure out. You know what? I'm only going to do it 1 inch, so it'll be 2 inches of play, and I'll compensate on that when I see the elastic and how I want it to go. Okay, so I'm going to let that come out 1 inch. So what that means is that I'm going to let this flare out like this. Oops. I'm figuring that I'm right. Okay, and that's going to give me, so when I squish it up to sew, I'm going to automatically get the distance that I need there. So that's what I'm thinking. Now that may or may not work, but that's what I'm thinking. So anyway, that's going to be my pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and take a chance and cut this pattern out. So you see, that's always the beauty of when I haven't made the pattern before. Yeah, I go through this problem solving stage just like anyone else. I've done messenger bags, but I've never done the same one twice, so I always have to figure out what it is I'm looking for. Since I don't draw very well, I have to kind of like create on the fly. So that's what I'm thinking. And then when this pocket is squished up, it's gonna go like that. And then we can make it elastic, and then that will work. Maybe that's too much. Maybe I should do an inch. How about that? Just to be on the safe side. So with that being said, I'll scale that down to like, yeah, I'm gonna do it 3/4. How about that? That'll be 1.5 inches bigger. No, I'll be conservative. I'll be a scaredy cat. No, I won't. I'll be 3/4. Hey, that's the confusion of an old guy. You know. Heck, what can I tell you? We all got our troubles. So here we go. Now, I think that's pretty much what I want. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I feel a little bit more comfortable with that. So when I turn it in and sew all this in, it's going to fit properly. So I think I've compensated for that. And so this is going to be my master pocket. Master gusset pocket. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. For my messenger bag. And I'll still think about this, so I'm gonna just say cut one for now, because I may just change this as I go forward with this. So let's see. Okay, so that's our pocket, and now we got to make the other two pockets, which is one is 3.5. Let me get the measurements for you real quick. Here we go. So you need to make 2 more pockets if you're following along with me. Well, they're 3 by 6. And what we're going to do here, and these pockets we're going to make T-bottom pockets here. And so let's get those measurements one more time, and then we're going to go ahead and make those, and we'll come back. So those measurements are 6 by 3. That's going to be what your master size is, 6 by 3. Okay, and so you're going to do that, and we're going to make those a T-bottom, and you probably want those to stick out. Ooh, you want them to stick out 1 inch. That's just 1 inch away. Give you about 1 inch of depth. 1 inch of depth sounds good. So make them about 1 inch. So make your T-bottom about 1 inch. About 1 inch. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and do that, and come back. And oh, don't forget your bottom down here. It's just one long piece. So that's just a piece just mimicking this on down here. And then if you want to divide that pocket up down here at the bottom, you can by doing a little stitch here, or double stitch, or if you turn the edges, you can do that here. Also, when we're making our pockets, we want to take into the fact, even though this is a 6 by 3 pocket, you want to add the width that you're looking for to your pattern. In this case, I wanted 1 inch. So what I did was I added 1 inch. I added 1 inch here, I added 1 inch at the bottom, and added 1 inch at the side, and then I cut out my T to make my pocket, which is going to go like this. So that's what you want to do there. So remember to compensate for how deep you want your pocket to be. And so you can see this is about 1 inch. You could do yours 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch, whatever you decide you want your pocket to hold. So that's pretty much it on the pockets. We also want to take into account where when our flap goes over our bag, you want to take into account where your strap loops are going to come out of your bag to hold it. So mine will probably come out right about here in the seam here that I'm going to make, and then that will when I put my clips on to hold my flap down, then they'll come out. The two clips will come out of here. So you want to also be thinking about that too. So those are some of the things you want to be thinking about. And now what we're going to do is when I come back, I think I'm just going to skip right down into well, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. We're going to do that. We're going to get right back into our gussets. And what I did was I made another gusset. So I'm going to show you how to do that as soon as I get back.